join me inside a nice car. It is an AMG GT C Roadster. So what's that? Well, the AMG GT, you will know, it is a two-seat, mostly aluminium sports car made exclusively for AMG Mercedes. There's no non-AMG version of it. Now this car is, as the Roadster would suggest, the soft top version. This is the new launch, this is the new car, it's the soft top. It's got this folding roof, goes down electrically in 11 seconds at up to 30 miles an hour, and I can tell you, it's really well insulated. It's quite nice with the roof down. I'd rather not do video with the roof down because you won't hear a word I say. Is it a softer option than a regular coupe? Well, the argument usually goes that it is, because you lose torsional rigidity, you add weight high up in the chassis. So if you're thinking about, say, a Porsche 911 convertible, I kind of think that's perceived as less of a sports car, less of a pure sports car than a 911 coupe. I don't get that impression in here. I've been driving this car for a couple of hours. There's never been a single shimmy from that rear view mirror to suggest that this body shell is anything other than really, really stiff. The ride is composed, really planted. Steering is good. You know, you don't get any inconsistencies because of chassis flex or anything like that. And like all AMG GTs, it's powered by this really spectacular, hear that? God, it's so good. This 4-litre V8 with a hot V twin turbo. It's just brilliant. It's just a really lovely engine. Right, so the complication continues though. So what is a C? Well, there is a base AMG GT, then there is the S model, and then there is the R model, which is the most powerful, as you can think of that, if you like, as the 911 GT3 of the AMG GT range. So many GTs, so many 3s, so many letters, so many numbers. Base model has got about 470 horsepower. The S has got about 500, 510. The R has got quite a lot more than that. This sits between the S and the R. That's what C does. It's a funny letter, isn't it, for that? I wouldn't have thought that C is a natural letter to do that sort of thing. But anyway, there we go. What it gets is the electronically controlled limited slip differential of the S, but it also gets the active rear steer from the R, gets a wider rear track from the R, and also gets that Panamericana grille. So it looks like the R does, really. So it looks the business. It sounds the business. It goes really fast. And because this is not the sort of softer version of an AMG in the way that, say, a Jaguar F-Type or a Porsche 911 is compared to the coupe, it doesn't feel to me like the softer option. So it's kind of better to think of it in some ways as, the name would suggest, as a GT car. Slightly more easygoing than all-out sports car kind of machine. If you do think of this GTC like that, the GT C Roadster in particular, I think actually in soft top form this car really starts to come of age. I think this is terrific like this. It makes a brilliant noise, gearbox is superb, ride is composed, Bodyshell does not feel floppy in the slightest. I think actually it's a real sweet spot in the AMG GT range, and I have a feeling that this occupies it.